Hi guys, I'm a couple minutes early. I'm just trying to get my little tripod thing set up here. As a warning, as most of you know, I have 3 dogs and 2 cats, and they sometimes like to join in on my live chats. So if you hear them or they barge in, that is just my little fur family. They like to say hi. They have their own hashtag if you want to follow them on Instagram. It's hashtag Shuckzoo, hashtag SHUCKZOO. But you probably won't have to follow them because I'm assuming at least one of them will barge in at some point. I have a Doberman, a pug, a miniature pinscher, and 2 kitty cats. So just an advance warning. Since the live chat doesn't officially start until 10:30, I will use this time just to let some of you hop on here and think about any questions that you might have. I'd like this one to be another kind of town hall format where it's a Q&A, question and answer session. Consider it like an Ask Me Anything. It could be health related, it could be about my books, my writing, my volunteer work, my pets, general disease information, any resources that you might need, or anything like that. So I will announce this again in a little bit, but anyone that does ask a question and participate in today's 20-minute live chat will be entered to receive a prize. So just keep that in mind. It's hard to do these live chats without questions and comments. People always seem to like the live chats, but I always feel kind of like a dum-dum whenever I'm rambling on for 20 or 40 minutes without people participating. So anyone that does ask a question or leave a comment for me to respond to, you will be entered to win a prize. Your questions and comments are really what kind of make the live chats good, I think. So we can get started, and hopefully none of my animals will knock over my little tripod here or get in the way too much. So just so you know, I'm not being rude, but I haven't had my morning coffee yet, so I will be drinking some coffee throughout. I'll give a little shout out to the Lions Club. Yay! The Lions Club is an organization I'm a member of. It's a service organization. We do a lot of volunteer and charity work and fundraising for causes related to the blind, visually impaired, deaf, hearing impaired, disabled, and otherwise impoverished communities. My local chapter, we do a lot with service dogs, guide dogs for the blind. We work with the Lions Leader Dogs program, and it's very rewarding. I always say that when you deal with illness or disability, volunteering and charity work is a great way to kind of step outside your own problems and focus on something other than yourself. So big shout out to the Lions, and they're an international organization, so thank you, Lions, for all the work that you do. I'll announce the giveaway in a minute once a few people pop on, a few more people. In the meantime, I want to talk to you very briefly about the autoimmune registry. This is something that I have brought up before, but I just want to kind of touch upon it again. Listen guys, there is no reason you shouldn't sign up. It's free, your information is safe and secure. It goes towards a great cause. It's really just providing some data about your health conditions that will benefit the greater good, meaning the patient community, research, everything. In brief, what the autoimmune registry is a nonprofit foundation. We are collecting data from patients themselves about their autoimmune diseases, and we hope to establish prevalence of these diseases and give those numbers to researchers, you know, and who knows where that may go. We're never going to promise that we're going to find a cure, but any small steps of progress that could be made in the right direction count when it comes to autoimmune illness, because these diseases are so often overlooked. So it's a really important initiative. You can sign up for free all you do to sign up is just join the registry. It's a really simple, brief survey. Doesn't take that long at all. The questions are pretty basic in general. It's nothing too intrusive, and we do not share any personal identifying data without your permission. And everything is safe and secure, so you can feel pretty confident doing it. It's free, it's easy. If you don't feel like joining the survey because you don't have an autoimmune condition or you don't feel comfortable sharing, just donate. Even $1 helps. Every dollar counts when it comes to autoimmune illness, and your story counts too. So visit autoimmuneregistry.org, follow Autoimmune Registry on Facebook and Twitter, and stay tuned to the Autoimmune Registry blog as well. Okay, now I will announce what the giveaway is. Before I do, I just want to note that all of my winners of the Deep Blue Rub, sorry, my dogs are playing, and I will say, sometimes it sounds like they're being crazy, but I promise they're not hurting each other, they're just playing. One of them's gigantic, so it is what it is. But yeah, anyone that won a Deep Blue Rub packet or full size, your prizes will go out this week by the end of the week. Same thing goes for the winner of the Joint Comfort Tea giveaway. Your prize will go out by the end of this week. So if you were a winner, make sure that you emailed or private messaged me your mailing address, your postal address, so that I can send it. Today's giveaway is pretty easy. Anyone who leaves a comment or a question will be entered to win. Sorry, I need my coffee. And you will be entered to win an essential oils diffuser necklace. Now, this is pretty cool. It's from a company called My Little Monkeys on Etsy. It's a handmade item. Got kind of messed up in the packaging there, but nothing's tangled. It's just in disarray. So here's the necklace. This little guy is valued at about 25 bucks. You can maybe see it better there. Sorry, excuse my nails. They're pretty ratchet. But yeah, the necklace is very pretty. What it is an aromatherapy necklace. So you kind of just put a few drops of essential oils in the necklace. You wear it all day, and it kind of diffuses just naturally. So it's awesome. Guys, I don't know if you'll like it. Maybe you will. If you don't, it's a great gift for a lady in your life who likes jewelry. It really is beautiful. I will actually take it out of the packaging and put it back in before I send it, just so you can see the necklace. And again, anyone who asks a question or leaves a comment is eligible to win. It's very pretty. I actually have an essential oils diffuser necklace like this and a bracelet myself. So it's really hard to, there's the back. It's like a locket. There you go, you can kind of see. It's a locket, and it opens up, and you just put your essential oils in it, and all day long you get the benefits of aromatherapy. So this chat will go until about 10:50 or 10:55 a.m. Eastern time today. So we have about 20 more minutes. Anyone who asks me a question during this time is eligible to win. Comments are welcome too, but I like questions because then I can keep the conversation going a little bit more easily. So if there's anything else that you want to know about essential oils, or about my books, about my work with Healthline, or about my journey with these illnesses, or about the autoimmune registry, just let me know. In the meantime, I'll kind of just chat until I get some questions. Andrea said that the necklace was cute. I agree. Val said the diffuser is amazing. It would be perfect to wear at school. She's a teacher, so yeah, that would be awesome. Actually, anyone that's a teacher, or you have an office job, you're not able to diffuse, you know, in the workplace or in the classroom, wearing, you know, essential oil diffusers in the form of a bracelet or a necklace or earrings is a really great way for you to get the benefits of aromatherapy, but you don't have it diffusing in the air in case coworkers or students are allergic or anything like that. You still get those benefits of the essential oils, which I think is pretty awesome. So I can't take credit for the necklace. I actually just got it from Etsy, but I want to give the company a little shout out in case any of you don't win. well, most of you aren't going to win. There's only one. But if you don't win and you want to go buy one, there's the company, My Little Monkeys. And you can find them on Etsy. She has all different styles and price ranges and everything. Teresa asked, what brand of oils do I use and prefer? This is a loaded question. And the reason I say that is I used to use a different brand than I do now. Sorry, my hair's a mess today. I used to use and sell doTERRA. I'm sorry, I still sell doTERRA. I used to use and sell Young Living essential oils. I have nothing bad at all to say about Young Living. Young Living essential oils are a great brand. I enjoyed them, I used them, I sold them. But then I discovered doTERRA essential oils, and personally, and it's just a matter of personal preference, I really do prefer the doTERRA essential oils. Those are the ones that I use now, and I sell them. For me, I have just had better success with them, if that makes sense. So I thought the quality of Young Living was good. I thought the selection and the variety were great. For me, though, there's certain products that doTERRA specifically makes that are proprietary to doTERRA that I personally prefer. And that's why I switched, because if you know me, you know that I will not sell, promote, or push anything unless I personally use it and believe in it and have tried it myself. And so I couldn't continue selling Young Living when I preferred doTERRA. So I made the switch. I sell doTERRA now. I am obsessed with their Deep Blue Rub product, which I talk about all the time. They also have another one called On Guard, which is, I mean, it's amazing for those of us who are immune compromised or immune suppressed. On Guard is a great way to help us during these scary colds and flu seasons. For someone like Val, who is a teacher, On Guard is great. And yes, Young Living and other brands do have similar type products. Again, just for me, I have found that the doTERRA blends are preferable to me. I will say doTERRA can be a little bit pricey depending on what your budget is. But they do have a huge selection of products and of different sizes of these products. And I think that's another difference. I don't remember Young Living having as much of a range in the sizing of the oils. But doTERRA is, you know, the highest grade, great quality. I personally, and I could be wrong, but I think with essential oils, just like a lot of things, you get what you pay for. There's a lot of areas in life where I like to scrimp and save. Personally, I'm a budget shopper. I always am looking for a great deal and a sale, and I'm always looking to kind of save some money. I think I got that from my mom and my grandpap, and we're all shoppers, but we like a good bargain. Yeah, that said though, there are certain things that I just think you are paying for the quality. So when it comes to things like essential oils, especially things that are going in my body or on my body, I'm a little bit more, you know, conscientious of what that brand is. Like I said, there's some things I couldn't care less about the brand, but certain things I do care, I have to admit, and for me, essential oils are one of those things. I will say though, that I have bought other, sorry, that's Pip saying hi. I have bought other essential oils. I can't think of the brand, but I know they sell them you'll see them at TJ Maxx and Marshalls and things like that. Even Rite Aid, Walgreens, they have them. They're pretty cheap, but depending on what oil it is, you can get away with getting an off-brand. Like I think lavender oil, for example, I don't know how much of a difference you're going to see in lavender oil, whether it's at the drugstore, at the fancy vegan health food store, or through doTERRA. I think that with certain blends, you're pretty safe with anyone, but in general, I totally recommend doTERRA, and I stand by that. So whether you buy it through me, which of course I would prefer, or you buy it through somebody else, that's my recommendation, Teresa. So thank you for asking. We have about 10 more minutes, so I'm open to more questions. I do tend to ramble, so someone can cut me off. Since we're short on time today, just cut me off if I'm repeating myself. I could have answered the essential oils question in about one sentence, but I wanted to explain. Does anyone else have any questions about me, about my medical journey, about my books, about Healthline, about autoimmune registry, about essential oils, about anything? Just ask me. Remember, everyone that asks a question is entered to win the necklace. So I'm waiting. I'm not really getting any more questions, so I guess there's not that many of you eligible to win the necklace at this point. A question or a comment will enter you into the giveaway, but I prefer questions so I can keep the conversation going. While I wait for my next question, I will just tell you, if I'm looking a little bit puffy or worse for the wear today, I had an infusion on, it's so funny, Valerie just asked how my infusion went, and I was literally just about to talk about that, so great minds think alike. Yeah, so I'm still a little bit puffy, water weight today. I got tons of fluids on Friday. As many of you know, I have tried tons of biologics, disease-modifying drugs, anti-inflammatory meds, other immunosuppressants, even a chemo drug. It's just been a crazy journey. I've done the all-natural, completely holistic and homeopathic route, and it's been really hard for me to try and find the right combination of medications. So I'm making this year my year of like hopefully figuring everything out. I have done Remicade before. I did it in 2011-ish for about a year or two, and I did really well on it. But I started getting nodules on my hands, and they thought it was drug-induced lupus, which it could have been, but it turns out it probably wasn't from the Remicade after all. It was probably from a different medication. But hindsight's 20/20, I guess. So I went off Remicade. I tried Orencia, Humira, Rituxan. I've been on Enbrel twice, and you know, I've had so many issues. I have a dysautonomia, which is something is wacky with my autonomic nervous system. So it actually has resulted in POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and a heart arrhythmia, tachycardia that goes along with that. So I have to be careful when my blood pressure drops low. We've learned this. The first time I had a reaction to a biologic, didn't know why it was happening, and my heart rate went up to like 200, and I had to be taken by ambulance, and they literally gave me adenosine that stopped and reset my heart. I mean, scariest thing ever. I cannot explain that feeling to anybody. I've had adenosine 2 or 3 times since then. It is scary every single time. So my point is I have to be really careful that my blood pressure doesn't drop low. I've also gotten infections and allergic type reactions with a lot of these biologic drugs. They are safe for a lot of people, but some people like me are just a little bit more complicated. So I was very scared on Friday, I have to admit. I hate saying that I'm scared about a medical treatment because I've been through a lot, and I'm usually pretty brave, but I was nervous. So my mom went with me. I'm really thankful for that. My husband's a teacher, so I don't like to make him, you know, take off work and miss school a lot. And luckily my mom was able to take a sick day and come with me. And I loaded up on fluids. I mean, I must have had 2 32-ounce Gatorades plus the saline. And then over the past 2 days, I've been loading up on Gatorade, water, getting lots of protein and iron. But it's crazy. It went well. I feel okay today. I did not feel well Friday night or yesterday morning. Those of you that are on biologics or DMARDs know that you sometimes get a little hangover from them. They really wipe you out. It takes a toll on your body. There's lots of nausea involved, flu-like aches. I have a big, it's finally dying down, but you can't really see. I have a big bruise on my arm. It looks a lot better today. It was like black yesterday. but I'm doing well, so thank you for asking. I go again in 2 weeks, and then in 4 weeks, and then it'll be every 6 to 8 weeks. So fingers crossed that my Remicade works. I'm taking it along with Imuran and Celebrex. So I hate to be on so many meds, but I'm hoping this is the combo I need. I also am going to be wearing a knee brace every day and a foot cast every day, so that's fun. Trying to hold off knee and foot surgery as long as I can, and I see a wrist surgeon this week, so we'll see how that goes. And I found out on Thursday that I have some kind of benign cyst tumor thing that's like minuscule in my tear duct on this eye. It's crazy. I don't know where this stuff comes from, so now I'm on special eye drops for that, but it's a never-ending journey. Okay, so next question, and I will keep going until my husband comes home, because I have to go somewhere when he gets back. So we maybe have 10 more minutes or so. So Val said, how did your infusion go? Andrea said, what is my favorite oil for this time of year to help with colds that are going around? Great question. Hold on, I'm swiping a notification off my screen. Andrea and anyone else who's interested, this time of year, I think the #1 oil to have is On Guard. It's made by doTERRA, and it's a proprietary blend that helps support your immune system and your immune health. On Guard also comes in more than just oil form. So I take On Guard beadlets. They'll be too hard to dig out at the moment since I'm pressed for time, but they're teeny tiny little beadlets, like a little round ball that's a gel capsule, and the oil's inside, and you take them orally. You can diffuse On Guard oil. They also make On Guard soap, On Guard cleaning products. It's a great way to support immune health. Now, if you don't want to use doTERRA, or don't want to try On Guard for whatever reason, another great one is made by Young Living, and technically they are my competitors now since I sell doTERRA and use doTERRA loyally. However, like I said, I used to sell Young Living, so I can attest to those products as well. And Thieves Oil is great. They make a good Thieves Oil. There are other essential oil brands and companies that also do Thieves Oil, so that's Thieves, Thieves oil. There's a lot. Actually, it's really funny because everyone thinks of frankincense and myrrh, you know, with the Christmas story, the nativity, but frankincense and myrrh are actually really good this time of year too for boosting immunity and helping with colds. doTERRA actually makes a wonderful blend as well called Breathe. The Breathe blend is for respiratory health. So I have a Breathe inhaler. It's not really an inhaler. It's like a roll-on. It looks like roll-on antiperspirant or whatever, sort of, and it's in a tube. And you can just hold it and inhale it through your nose. You can hold it and, you know, breathe in the vapors. You can rub it on your neck or on your chest like you would with Vicks Vapor Rub. And it also comes in an essential oil form if you don't want to use the roll-on inhaler thing. And if you get the oils, you could just put a few drops in a hot shower and have that steam and vapor kind of clear out your airways and your sinuses. You can also, you know, put a couple drops of the Breathe oil in like a boiling pot. Then once it comes to a boil, turn it off and let the steam rise up after it cools down a little bit. Put a towel over your head and kind of inhale the Breathe vapors that way. If you don't want to splurge on Breathe and On Guard, you can buy individual oils. I would say peppermint is good. Peppermint's good for clearing the airways. Anything with eucalyptus or menthol is good if you have a stuffy nose or, you know, any kind of congestion. You have to like educate yourself, because some of them, they all have different ways you can use them. Some of them you can only diffuse and use as aromatherapy and inhale from the diffuser, but some of them you can apply topically, roll on, dab behind the ears, dab on the soles of the feet, rub on the chest, put in a bath. Some of them you can ingest. Like I said, I take the On Guard beadlets. They're little capsules, but some people put a drop or two of essential oil diluted in water or coconut oil and ingest it, but you have to be careful because not all of them can be ingested and not all of them can be used topically. So on doTERRA, you can look up any of the individual oils and find out that information so that you're using them safely. And of course, if you have any kind of reaction to them, same thing as a medication, you stop using them, or, I guess, consult a doctor if it's bad. But from my experience, they're pretty safe, and I'm really sensitive to everything, like I've said. I kind of have some chemical sensitivities and sensitivities to just different things in the environment and medications and things like that. I have really sensitive skin, so the fact that I do well with the oils is a good sign. I have a lot of like food intolerances and things like that too, so the fact that I do well with the ingested ones is maybe a good sign as well. But yeah, if I was pressed to recommend a few, Andrea, it would be the Breathe and On Guard by doTERRA, or any brand of thieves oil, and then also frankincense, myrrh, orange oil, clove oil, and peppermint are all good as well. And peppermint and ginger oils can also help aid with digestive issues. So I have a few more minutes. Are there any other questions? Remember, if you leave a question or a comment, you are entered to win a beautiful essential oil diffuser necklace. It's an aromatherapy necklace. So get your questions in. I will answer them. I'll stay on till about, well, like I said, until my husband gets home, because we'll be leaving shortly after he gets home. So that could be 5 minutes, that could be 10 minutes, but I'm here. So if you have a question or a comment, please leave it. Really anything. We could talk about anything. The weather, whatever. Any question you ask will enter you to win. I promise. That's Pip, again, saying hi. He's my little dog. He's about 7 pounds or so of joy. Then I got a big Doberman, 100 pounds, and a pug who's about 25 pounds. I love them. Pip apparently has a lot to say. Hi, Gil. What state do I live in? I live in Pennsylvania. I'm in Pittsburgh, and I'm excited for the Steeler game today. Sorry about my dog. My husband and I were actually possibly going to go to the game. We got offered tickets, but he is a personal trainer and a kettlebell instructor, and he had to cover someone's classes today. So we are not going to the game, but I'm going to go watch it at my parents' house. Big Steeler fan. In fact, I root for, hold on, Pip, no! He's barking at my cats, I'm sorry. Yeah, I went to the University of Pittsburgh, and I've lived in Pittsburgh my whole life, so I root for all the Pittsburgh and Pitt sports teams. I love Pennsylvania, but it's one of the worst states to live in as far as climate and weather go. If you live with migraines or rheumatic and musculoskeletal disorders like I do, it's also not a great state for allergies. However, Pittsburgh has been named one of the best cities to live in the country multiple times, and I do agree. I've often thought about if I could move, where I would go. I would live in New York City or at a beach, preferably Hilton Head Island in South Carolina. Wouldn't mind living in Cali, but that's too far away from my family. I want to stay on the East Coast. I'm not moving anytime soon, just daydreaming. It's easy to daydream about living somewhere warm and beachy when you're in the midst of winter in Pennsylvania. Let me tell you, it's not fun all the time, and it's not fun on my body, I should say. I think Pennsylvania is beautiful, but it's tough. Where do you guys live? Leave me a comment and let me know. I like to see where everyone's from, especially if you're international. That's always exciting. Fun fact, while I'm waiting for any last-minute questions and comments, my father-in-law told me last night that every single state in the United States, at least the continental U.S., had snow yesterday, except Florida. So that's really hard to believe. I didn't Google it to see if it's true, but I guess it's feasible. I know that the Carolinas were getting snow this weekend. There are lots of blizzards up north, and you know, I know that even Nevada has gotten snow before. I've seen the Las Vegas sign covered in snow. My family lives there, and you know, so it's pretty interesting. Yes, Gina, the cold does affect me. That's why I was saying I adore Pennsylvania other than the weather and the climate. All the environmental factors here are hard. The weather changes are difficult. So when it goes from 90 degrees and humid and then it drops 40 degrees the next day, I mean, stuff like that's really hard. This time of year, the coldness is hard. But the biggest difficulty for me is all the changes and fluctuations in the barometric pressure. I prefer hot, warm weather. So like my ideal would be like 75 and sunny with no humidity and no precipitation. I do well in places that are fresh air and I'm outdoors a lot. And I don't do well when it's really cold, and I don't do well when there's constant, you know, ups and downs and rapid changes in the weather. That part's difficult. I'm so sorry about my dog. He, I swear it doesn't just sit there and bark all day, but he is in the other room antagonizing one of my cats. So I'm really sorry, but I only have like a minute left, so I don't want to bother getting up to reprimand him at the moment. That's what happens when you have 3 dogs and 2 cats in one house. But yeah, the cold bothers me. Does weather affect you guys at all? Are you affected by cold weather, snow, rain, anything like that? Humidity. I know humidity is a big one. Teresa, what's it like in upstate New York today? I know you guys were getting slammed by snow recently. Is it still bad? Pip's apparently curious too what the weather's like in your neck of the woods. Well, oh, Gil said, same as me, the change in temperature when the winds come. Yeah, that's me. If I'm in like a stable climate, my body will adjust. But, you know, in Pennsylvania, I'm not exaggerating when I say in the fall particularly, there will be times where it's like 70-some degrees and sunny, and then literally the next day it's in the 30s. That type of rapid change I can't deal with. Sorry, my Doberman's trying to play tug of war with me. I got one barking, one trying to play with me while I'm talking. Teresa said snow, and more snow in upstate New York. Yeah, I feel for you. I wonder if it's heading down this way. I haven't watched the weather lately. I've kind of been avoiding the news and the weather because it's depressing sometimes. But a lot of times we get hit with the same stuff you do, Teresa, but just later and not quite as badly. But okay, well, if no one else has any more questions or comments, I will be signing off. Yeah, Gina said when it gets really hot, she gets little flares too. I do too. It's actually more when it gets really humid for me. So I could do high heat, but the humidity combined with that high heat is really tough for me. Okay, so I feel you guys, trust me. I can't announce the winner just yet because I have to put your names into a random generator on a website, and I can't do it while I'm on the live chat, and I just want it to be fair. So as soon as I sign off, I'll log into the random name generator, and anyone who left a comment or a question will be entered to win the aromatherapy necklace. So I hope you all have a great day, and I thank you all for joining. Bonnie, I'm just about to sign off. So yours will be the last question that I take, and very briefly, I use a ton of supplements. I'm a huge fan of a supplement called Boluque Lumbrokinase. I think it's spelled BOLOUKE LUMBROKINASE. So Boluque is a big one for me. I also take iron, B12, essential fatty acids, omega-3s, fish oil, osteobiflex. I have something called, again, sorry about my dog. But I'm gonna go see what he's so perturbed about. Brutus, say hi. Say hi. There's one of them. Let's see. Pip, what are you doing? One of my dogs is, or sorry, one of my cats is hiding behind the curtain. That's the problem, and my little dog is freaking out at him. Okay, so now that we solved that, where was I? I use, let me see if I can find it. I have a supplement actually called, oh, so here's another one I use. This high potency CLA 1250. I use white kidney bean extract. Magox, it's magnesium. I use Immune Response and Inflamma Complete. I'm a fan of Juice Plus supplements. I use doTERRA Tri-Ease. It's another good one. Someone asked about essential oils for the cold and flu season. This one's an essential oil supplement by doTERRA. It's called Tri-Ease. It's a blend of lemon peel oil, lavender flower oil, and peppermint oil. It's a really good seasonal blend for cold and allergy. What else do I use? Just iron, B12. For my migraines, I use this one. Preventa Migraine. I just ran out of Baluch, so I can't show you that one at the moment. I use this one. Muscular Comfort Formula from Swanson's. Just looking at my biotin, big fan of biotin. I use a hair, skin, and nails supplement. Let's see, I'm trying to find, oh, here's the one I was looking for. And then I use these. These are the doTERRA On Guard beadlets. They're great to support immunity. And then what else can I show you? Last but not least, I use spiritine. So that's about it. I use other things as needed. So I hope that answered your question. And I'm going to have to sign off now because I'm like 10 minutes over. But I will put your names in a random name generator once I get off here. And sorry, I was having technical difficulties there. And I will announce the winner shortly. And actually, since I couldn't find the Baluch supplement, since I just ran out, I will post a picture of what the bottle looks like. You can get it from Amazon. The best company that makes it's called Canada RNA or Canada something. There are other companies that make the Baluch, but it's just not as good. So, all right. Thank you all for participating and for tuning in. Check out my 3 books if you'd like. They're available in ebook and paperback, and they're called Sick Idiot, To Exist, and Chronically Positive. They're available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart website, and my website, among others. Make sure to keep up with my work on healthline.com. And please sign up for the autoimmune registry website or donate if you can. Thank you. Have a healthy, happy Sunday, and go Steelers. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.